I want to thank you guys for coming. You guys know we are celebrating Blind Spot, which happens to be the #1 show of the season. We're going to bring out the cast and the creators. They're all here and they all dressed up. I mean, you're going to be like, wow, we're talking to the floor. Like beautiful dresses and great things. We want to point out that Marion Jean-Baptiste has been shooting tonight, so she can't be here. But everybody else is here. So let's bring out them one by one so you can admire their awesome outfits. First, Ashley Johnson. Come on down. Ashley!
Oh my God, this is...
Next up, we have Rob Brown. Come on out, Rob.
Really excited to be here. Thank you.
Next up, we have Audrey Esparza. Audrey! Oh. And we have the one, the only, Jaimie Alexander. You are so good. Oh, love it. The hot, sexy Sullivan Stapleton. Oh, yeah. And the creator and the executive producer, Martin Gero. Okay, that was so good. I'm so exhausted watching that episode. How long ago did you guys shoot that one, by the way?
That one we shot in February,
yeah?
I guess. Yeah, it was very cold. Ashley actually had a bit of a flu, and an old Canadian trick we do when you have the flu is you stand out in the winter snow with no socks for like 12 or 13 hours at a time, and you get over it like 2 to 3 weeks later.
How was that out there, by the way?
It was crazy. It was the first time that I'd ever had strep throat.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, what's happening to my body? It's falling apart. And then, yeah, they were like, just go stand out barefoot in the snow. And you just, I feel like in some ways it kind of helped. And
how many takes out there? Like when you're out there and it's like that and it's cold and freezing?
We didn't do too many of a lot of it because, you know, it was so cold.
She's good.
No, because it was just so cold. But where he wrestles me on the ground in the mud, we did for some reason do that one a lot. I was like, I'm pretty sure we got it. Yeah. I don't know. I'll do it again. But I mean, mud was in every nook and cranny. I don't know why I just said that.
Nooks and crannies are important.
Yeah.
Martin,
yes.
How about this? I mean, this is one of those shows that when the first episode hit and we watched Jaimie coming out of that duffel bag in Times Square, there was something about it that just seemed like it was going to be a hit. Did you know when the first episode aired that we were going to be here talking about season 2?
Yes,
you did?
I was like, we're going to be here with Hoda. It's going to be great.
Why didn't you tell us that in the first place?
I just like to preserve an element of surprise. No, I mean, you know, we were really, it was a script I was really proud of. Yeah. You know, Mark Pellington did an amazing job on the pilot. And everyone here on the stage tonight was our first choice, which never happened.
Is that right?
Every single person, yeah. And so, so when we were making the pilot, I mean, it was exhausting. It was so huge to make, but we really felt like we were onto something. And like after a good take, I literally would say to myself, just under my breath, I was like, Monday's at 10 after The Voice. Monday's at 10 after The Voice. Monday's at 10 after The Voice. And then when the pilot came out, or when we finished the pilot, you know, the response at NBC was so great, and then they got behind the show in such a huge way.
It was really cool. Sullivan, when you saw the script, okay, when you were starting out, did you take a read and did you say this is something that it looks like it would be a perfect fit for me, or how did that go?
I was an unemployed actor at the time, so I thought, you know, that'd be good. I think that'll work. You know, it's based in New York. That's good. And then, obviously, you know, it was a great premise for a great series. You don't know that. You know, you sort of do that. I mean, the pilot was a great script, and you just hope for the best.
Tell the truth, though, when it came to
the best happened.
When it came to the script, tell the truth. Okay, Whose advice did you take when they read the script and said yes?
Yeah.
Jaimie.
No, but she was born on the same day as Jaimie. That would be my mum. And I did tell you that.
Yes, you did.
My mum.
Your mom is Jamie's age?
It's my mum, dude.
Okay.
Say no.
No, she read the script. She read the script and she loved that story.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mum was sitting there the whole time, just going, "You should do this. You should do this. You should do this." And yeah, I think.
And you did.
Yeah.
Jaimie, I'm seeing your tats still there.
Oh, yeah.
Now, are those leftovers from the shooting of today, or maybe, or are they about later?
Yes, we're actually starting our season finale. Yes, which is awesome.
Holiday, vacation.
Yes, we're all in the home stretch. But yeah, I leave them on my neck tat on overnight. It stays pretty good. But yeah, I was up at 4 this morning, and I've been filming today. And
look at you!
what you get.
This is pretty great. So the tattoo process. So in the morning when you show up for work, and are you all cleaned off from the last time, or do they leave them on and say just don't mush around too much?
I mean, sometimes there's a little residue.
Yeah.
But no, I on Mondays I put the neck on and then whatever else we're wearing, and then I leave the neck on all week. With little touch-ups with a tattoo pen, and then I reapply the arms and whatever else daily.
And how long, what kind of a process is that?
Well, right now, as you guys can tell, it's winter on our show, and so it's really like 10 minutes in the makeup chair extra to put the tats on. It's really great, Martin.
We got it down from 7 hours to 10 minutes.
We did. We were like, 8, but who's counting?
8 hours, yes.
When I Google your two characters, the thing that always comes up is the kiss, like the kiss. They want you two to get together. Do you want them to get together? Stop dating other people, okay? Just get where you need to be.
See what I can do.
I think you're turning the right. Yeah.
What about Japata?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's got to be a little something there, too. Now, when you guys had your first kiss, the kiss last season, what was that like for you two? How did you discuss that before it happened?
First.
Well, yeah, it went well. As I got hit and said, "Why don't you go first?" It was really good. It was like, I mean,
No stuff. It
It's
didn't
easy.
suck.
Yeah, it didn't suck?
I can kiss. It's fine. I've kissed a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's fine. And
He's a gentleman.
it was a lot of fun.
There you go.
But then you see on social media.
Yeah, they're into
how
it.
many people were onto that or into that, or
They're grooving on that. That seems to be something that is wanted.
What is it, Jeller?
Jeller, hashtag Jeller.
Yeah.
Hashtag Jeller, is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, so when you guys were thinking, Rob, how about you? When you were thinking about this, when you saw this script and you were into it, was it a quick decision for you to join the cast?
First 10 pages, instantly
Really?
I wanted to earn the opportunity to join the cast. And luckily I was blessed with that opportunity and I didn't blow it. So
opposite.
Were there auditions? What happened? How'd you do it?
Yeah, there were some auditions.
Some of us auditioned.
Some of them auditioned.
Audrey?
Some of them
Raise your
auditioned.
hand.
I was unemployed too.
Yeah. Audrey actually auditioned for Patterson. Originally,
yeah.
And 3 lines into her audition, and I was like, oh, she's for sure not Patterson, but she's for sure going to be. It was Oslo at the time. We kind of renamed the character, but yeah, no, it was.
Yeah.
It was Oslo.
I was Ramirez.
Yeah, you were Ramirez.
Is that right? I feel like Tasha. Is that what?
Tasha Black in your head at one point? Ish?
Tasha was just a great person. That's so no, I mean Audrey, like the hard thing about auditioning for a role like this for all 3 of them, for Ashley, Rob, and Audrey is, in the pilot, Sullivan and Jaimie had most of the screen time, so they don't have a ton to work with. The little they did was great, but they really brought so much of themselves into it, and they really made these characters. And so the great thing about a television series is as you move forward, the creation of these characters really becomes a collaboration between these guys and the writers, and each of them brought so much of themselves to the character in the audition. They really made them three-dimensional in a way that was so exciting.
Audrey, how was your audition? So tell me, did you get nervous before?
Do you know what? It was pilot season, and I had read so many scripts. There was so much happening. Yeah. My mom also read the pilot. Yeah, my mom's kind of...
I'm very good with moms.
Yeah. My mom loves Martin.
He's a real hit with the moms.
Yeah.
But I was behind on my reading, and she called me. She's like, Nikita, you have to read this one. She's like, this is the one. This is the one. And I was going to go in for Tasha. Then I got a call. They're like, no, they want to see you for Patterson. I called my mom. And I'm like, Mom was like, I don't know about this one. But I went in. They called me right away. I flew into LA from New York. Yeah. I landed. I auditioned. And all right, Sullivan.
She flew and she landed.
I did. Listen, some of us had to work for this part. All right, 300. It must be nice being so pretty.
No. I was born that way. Skype. No, I had Skype auditions.
Well, I worked hard.
Skype conference calls.
I didn't. Right? I got in. I auditioned, and I messed up the lines terribly. Okay. And I cursed most of the time. Yeah. And Martin was so kind that he was like, "No, just do it again. Just do it again." I was like, "Okay." But I felt really great about it because I had fun, and they let me do what I wanted to do in the room. I know that Rob and I auditioned with the same set of sides. They were like stock interrogation sides.
Really?
Well, there literally wasn't enough in the pilot for them to audition, so I wrote just another scene.
It was great.
And I was like, I don't know.
Try this one.
Yeah, so I wrote a scene that was kind of, and to give them enough to do, we just said read both sides.
Well, Rob and I talked about it, and then Rob goes, I bet you're real mean.
You bet you're real mean?
He's a mean interrogator.
Rob, was your audition all right? How was that?
Well, it went all right. I mean, he got the role.
You're here.
Oh, no. You guys are mean. No, for me, I'm typically nervous before every audition, so my whole time is just trying to suppress all that energy and using it when I need it.
When you need it, yeah.
And I just wanted to nail it, so I think I asked for another take, maybe, and you granted me that. I don't know.
Grant large, but you may take another take.
Hey, man, listen, just the reality of it. In those rooms, you don't get that opportunity, and that's something that the pilot was great. But Martin said he wanted to work with good people because that's what you take at the end of the day with you is those interactions, which was really important. So I wanted to nail it, and that really was important that I could ask for another take.
And by the way, that's what you sense. I mean, seeing all of you guys together on this stage, one thing that's totally clear is that you guys really seem to enjoy each other. I mean, we've done other panels with different people, and you don't get this vibe that you guys have. What's it like on the set? What's it like when you guys are working? What was it like?
It sucks.
Yeah, it's horrible. There's not an open bar at set.
Where is that bar?
Oh, you've been there.
No, we have a lot of fun.
You can tell,
And it's it's a joy to go to work every day and knowing that, we all get to work together. We all support each other. Yeah. And
we all eat a lot.
And we support him
together.
He created it.
They do.
And you must set the tone, I would imagine, right? Or not?
I mean, I try. I think for me, one of the things, and Greg Berlanti, who I executive produce the show with, who's a titan now. One of the reasons I really wanted to work with Greg so much is that he's got this philosophy that is right, which is these things that you just watched 42 minutes of television that took us 3.5 months to make from end to end. So if you're just doing it for the 42 minutes, then something is wrong. The process of making these shows needs to be a joyous one, and so when you're choosing people for the show, you're looking for people that can really celebrate what an amazing privilege it is to make a TV show like this with all the 400 artisans that we get to work with every day.
Jaimie, how far in advance do you get the scripts? In other words, do you know what's happening? a couple of episodes down the road, or do you just know what's happening on that particular one?
We get them relatively soon. I tend to not read it until the morning I shoot it. But I don't want to know too much ahead of time because of course my character has amnesia. She doesn't remember who she is, and I don't want to know what happens at the end of the season or the beginning of season 2 or anything like that until we are about to shoot it. So I'm the worst interview ever.
Or the best interview.
Or the best, considering, I cannot give it away. But yeah, I don't read too far in advance, but we get them pretty
And who's the one who's most likely to accidentally spill something that they're not supposed to? Who would you pick on this panel?
Probably me.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
Yeah, they're so good about it, and I like to talk too much, so I can get
chatty.
I can get chatty. Exactly. But no, everyone's really, really good. And
the social media, you guys get lots of feedback on things. When your boyfriend died, what did the fans? How did they react to that?
Her real boyfriend is very much alive. I just want to make that clear.
I sort of was trying to start this campaign with Martin and everybody, be like, I don't know if he should die. I think he should just stay, and then you should just change the storyline. And but they didn't, and he's dead. We actually killed him.
Yeah.
No,
he's a method actor. He wanted to truly die for the part. Which made this episode a real pain in the ass to do. They had to get a medium in, and they had to. It's very complicated.
Now, was that New York Times crossword puzzle a real New York Times crossword puzzle?
Yeah.
That was a real deal?
Yeah.
How did that all happen?
We have a puzzle and magic consultant. Because it's that kind of show. You get a guy that comes in and does magic tricks and stuff during lunch. But no, he's a guy named David Kwong. He's a puzzle genius. And we brought him in very early on. In fact, he's kind of the basis. We named David after David. And he writes New York Times crossword puzzles.
Oh, wow.
And so we were thinking from the beginning, we were like, God, I don't know how to do it, but it'd be so great to somehow use the real New York Times and engage all those puzzlers, because I think one of the things people like about the show is that most of these puzzles can actually be solved. You know, so we called Will Shortz, which was just so nerve-wracking to be just on an email chain with Will Shortz. I was so excited, and they were like, I don't know if he's going to go for something like this, and I was like, okay, and he immediately was like, yeah, let's do it, which was so exciting. So yeah, Got1 Patterson was in last Monday's real New York Times crossword puzzle. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. When you talked about the writer for this particular episode, and you pointed out that it was these lovely people's daughter-in-law.
Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel wrote it. Is that how it works? Do different people write different episodes, or?
It's a very communal thing. We all write everything together. Rachel, how it works is we break the episode, which means we sit in the room and we really, right now we're in the middle of, we're day 6 of season 2 in the room right now. So we're just talking big picture stuff. Where does the season end? We focus a lot on what the last episode is, and then we work backwards. So we know emotionally where everything is for the episodes, and we all kind of break it scene by scene in the room, and then a writer goes off and writes the outline, and then writes the first draft. We give notes, and then we all sit together. We put it up on a big screen. It's an excruciating process. You put it up on a giant television. You argue about every comma and period and joke and line, but Rachel, a great first draft makes that process very speedy. And Rachel wrote an amazing draft.
I like that. Yeah. Congratulations to Rachel. What's going on down there with you guys, Rob, and what's happening down there? Ashley, what's happening? What's happening down there? Did I miss something?
He was mentioning all of the punctuation that they go through an excruciating process. They just put a lot of ellipses in our script.
So, is that what it is?
So we
I
roast
am
them.
a big fan of ellipses. They have been renamed in our room the Canadian period. I love an ellipses. Ashley one day just texted me and was like, do you realize there are 427 ellipses in this?
I had to count. Because I was like, guys, if we take these many pauses, this is going to be a very long episode.
Is there any ad-libbing going on, guys, or do you guys follow the script?
I mean, Sullivan ad-lib.
What do you do, Sullivan? What do you do?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, I do
do your thing?
There's I don't know.
No.
I'd take one of the ellipses instead of pausing. I just, sort of join the sentence together.
He likes to end every scene with "Let's move."
Yeah, we like that.
True.
Jaimie, when you're walking down the streets of New York, because your character is so recognizable with the tats and the rest of it, what do you get? What happens? Like, what kind of reaction are you getting from people?
Well,
yes.
I usually wear the tats home, which is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I get a lot of hugs.
You do?
Like surprise hugs. Because everybody's like, "You're gonna be okay," and I'm like, "Yeah." Oh. And then sometimes I'm like, "All right." But yeah, there's a lot of hugging.
Are you guys getting pretty good reaction though? Because this seems to be one of those shows that just caught on fire like crazy. Are the chicks like swarming? What's happening? Sullivan.
Yeah. Yeah, constantly.
Is that happening?
We didn't know.
Who's dating on this panel? What's the story with your social lives? I'm just curious. Is anyone married? Just raise your hand if you're married. Nobody? Okay, cool. All right, good. Just wondering.
What's your number? No, but I think the sort of reactions to people freaking out about seeing us.
Yeah, they do freak?
Yeah, that's the kind of great thing.
I mean, except for all of you.
Like the surprise hugs and stuff. It's like that. Mm-hmm. I got stuck in an intersection the other day, and some guy just went past, and he's like, "Wow, no, you're the actor. You're the actor." He had no idea my name. I don't give a shit. I was
that guy.
Yeah, hey dude. And then as he'd said that, another woman sat across the intersection. She went, "No, Sully, I love your show."
You gotta feel good.
There you go. And she knew who I was.
Audrey,
but it was.
How does it feel, Audrey, to be on, it's nice to say you're on a hit show because so many of these shows, they're around for a minute and then they say bye-bye. And this one, is going to run the test of time.
Oh, I mean, we work, shut up. We work so hard and we haven't really had a break. So the big difference for me is like, I can pay my rent and not think about it. And that has been so nice. Yeah. No, but I never get recognized. I take the subway all the time.
Yeah.
It's
not true.
It's true.
No?
It's not a, people
I think you're an
underselling
person on the show, and so people aren't like, I'm not going to go up to her.
Rob,
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What's the story, Rob?
She's recognized. They know what time it is. They know about El Zapato on these streets.
They do know. Yeah. Guys, I want to take some questions from the audience because I know, look, you guys showed up, you came out here, and I know
Thanks
you have.
Thank
you so much. I know you guys have questions from the audience.
We really appreciate it.
So, you guys raise your hand and let's see.
My question's really for Mr. Gero, but a quick something for Mr. Stapleton. A large part of your fan base are mature women, and as such. We are clinging to the cliff with our gels, our Juvederm, our Botox, our Voluma.
Oh, man.
And you are a complete and total public service because, honey, you make us feel like we are 30 years old. And
What's your number?
And if you ever find yourself on a closed set with a smoking hot chick and you want to go full method, we will never reject you. We will never say, oh my God, how could he possibly? We are right there, we love you, and we will never let you down.
Wait.
He's not done. So,
hold on. Did you guys also have an open bar?
She's not finished. There's more. Wait a second. Is there more?
That was a great question.
The quick question is, do you find it difficult to write dialogue for network TV because you can't have people speak the way they would in real life?
Yes. No. It's actually I know I've been doing it for a while. It's certainly hard. We're doing there'll be a gag reel on the DVD, which is basically just Sullivan swearing. That's the whole gag reel. No, I think there's ways that we get around. Sometimes you would love to just be like, oh. But I think aside from that, no. It's and to be honest. as far as content goes, as long as you don't say the bad words, NBC is like so open to us doing whatever we want on the show creatively. So it's not like we felt like constrained as far as the story goes. So yeah, if we can't say shit, I think that's okay.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
Ow.
You want to do it?
But it's like, oh, don't do that. You can't swear.
All right there. Hi, honey.
Hi. I have a question for Jaimie.
Jaimie!
What's the difference from playing Jesse Hollander on Kyle XY to playing Jane Doe on Blindspot?
Not a whole lot. No, it's a different character, but of course, with a lot of characters I play, there's a lot of similarities. So, emotional role, highly physical role, better writing.
Jaimie, wow.
Ooh, somebody had some truth serum. But both enjoyable.
Jaimie, when you were trying to develop your character, I know that Martin, he'll tell you things, but what was it like? Did you seek something out? Did you say, this is who I'm looking toward?
Well, what I based Jane on is I saw a really cool quote that insecurities are loud and confidence is silent. So I use that when I'm playing Jane. So anything that she's very confident in, it's going to be more focused, more still, more reserved in a way. And then when she's insecure, it's loud, it's lashing out, it's more physical.
Oh, interesting. All right, he's got it. Yep. Down here. Got a couple right here.
Good hustle on the mic.
All right. Yeah. Awesome.
Hi, my name is Patrick. Nice to see you guys. I drove all the way from Pennsylvania to...
Whoa, Patrick!
Well, first off, Jaimie. Okay, right. So really quick... if I made 2 quick questions, Jaimie, are you ever going to get Sullivan on one of your live feeds for Facebook?
I just did. Did you?
We were in here. Well, they were here. They were watching the show.
That doesn't count.
BS bologna sandwich. It's on my Facebook.
Okay, so when you're on set, like when you get like hashtag and you get everybody else and...
I do.
Sullivan.
Well, sometimes he's not fully clothed.
Look at her.
I don't think they mind.
That was for you.
I don't think they mind.
All right. Well, you heard it. You have to be on it.
We'll make it
happen. All right.
And Ashley, did you do any like research to be Patterson as far as like the computer stuff or the sciencey stuff or anything like that she is into?
Yeah, as much as I could. I mean, I think most of the time with each script, it's sort of a new type of puzzle. Like in the second episode, we had Visionaire ciphers, and that was the first time that as the character, I'm sort of learning. I've learned so much through Patterson, and yeah, but I do a lot of research with each script. So yeah.
Good. All right. We have one here. Let's bring the mics down here. Yeah. Yes. Wait, how about this girl who looks just like Jaimie first, right here.
You win.
Right here. And we're going to come to you after, but right there. Stand up just so we can look at you. Just stand up. Why wouldn't you?
This is really awkward.
My God.
I'm going to sit back down now.
Okay.
But my 2 questions are for Martin. I love that you have such strong female leads and how powerful they are. So thank you for that. Can you talk a little bit about not why you incorporated them, but how that came to be? And then second, who's your casting director and or agency? Because I would like to talk to them.
The casting, you can just go on our IMDb page. All the information for the casting people are there. Right. And I don't write strong women characters. I just write strong characters. And I think we should stop differentiating between strong women characters and just, There's so many. These are fantastic performers, and we're trying to use every inch of them in the show. And that's the great thing about doing a television. It's hard doing 23 a year of these, but the great part is you really get to use every piece of them, and it's just been a privilege. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great. Good. Yes. Oh, yeah.
How deliberate was the choice to film in New York? Was it all about the tax breaks, or was that...
All right, Martin.
More about that.
It was partly to do with the tax breaks, but the New York was such a character in the pilot. We went to, it was the subway, the Statue of Liberty, Times Square, obviously. Mm-hmm. So there weren't a lot of places that we could, it's very hard to fake that iconic geography in Toronto or Vancouver, say. And what's, I think, a privilege about doing this show, if you look at a lot of the other shows that shoot here, they don't take place in New York. Blacklist takes place in D.C., Gotham takes place in Gotham, I believe. And fact check me. Somebody fact check me on that. I don't want to look like an idiot. And so to be able to shoot New York for New York and get low and giant on the streets of New York and really show off the city is so great to do on a network TV show.
And what's it like for you guys as actors shooting on the streets of New York? What is that like? I mean, because I've walked by tons of sets, you've seen all the other ones, and you just people just become part of what's going on.
It depends what weapon we have, I think. We've got the M4 carbine, rifle or whatever. It's a little
Well, these guys just shot a scene in Times Square for a couple of episodes ago, because we used the real NASDAQ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we shot inside of NASDAQ, and the whole world exploded. I mean,
I called my mom, and I was like, I think this is the closest I'll ever come to being a Beatle.
Yeah.
Right on the edge.
But she doesn't get recognized.
No, but it was like a thing with a thing.
Oh, the gun back is good.
All right, this is for Ashley Johnson.
That's me.
My name is My name is Lucas Paresis, who lives in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Well, I'm so sorry. Say it one more time.
My name is Lucas Paresis.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. Okay, and I have a question for you, Ashley.
Okay.
Has your role as the head of the FBI Forensic Science Unit increased your interest in the field of forensic science?
Man, I already, I love watching First 48. 2020, Dateline, all of those shows, I already had such a previous love for them. So, and I was such a huge fan of CSI. So, okay, there was some laughs. I like it. So I think, I was excited to play a part like this, and a part of me was hoping that I got to deal a little bit more with dead bodies and sort of autopsies.
Note to self.
Because I'm such a huge X-Files fan, and so I think I just wanted to sort of be, in a lab and then just taking apart, sawing a body opening and then just flaying it open. And then, being here's what's going
Season
on
2.
over here. But, it's there's so many things that you deal with in, the forensic field, and we get to explore that, and it's the best way to sort of not have this job but get to have the job, if that makes any sense.
You guys are on such a terrific television show. When you get free time, and whenever that is, and there's something you want to watch on the tube, if you had one free hour to watch something on TV, what would be the one thing you would watch?
Ancient Aliens.
The Sopranos.
Wait, let's go back. Wait, what's Ancient Aliens?
Of course you would watch
The Sopranos?
Yeah. Ancient Aliens?
What is that? What's that on?
Okay, I have a friend.
Ancient Aliens.
Wait, what channel is that on?
History Channel? I don't know. It's on my Netflix.
Ancient Aliens is on the History Channel?
Yeah.
It is?
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's factual, Martin.
It's about
all of it.
Botox.
Okay.
Ancient Aliens.
Okay, so we got Ancient Aliens, we got Sopranos.
Interesting.
Sullivan.
Mine, ridiculousness.
Give it.
Ridiculousness.
Crocodile Dundee.
Ridiculousness?
Rob Dyrdek's ridiculousness.
Yeah, but he also is obsessed with the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, he loves the Big
You
Bang.
do?
My other one. That's my other one. Bazinga. I love that.
And Modern Family.
Modern Family, that's a good one. Rob, what about you?
Great.
I'm like the only American male in the cast, so I'm the only one who likes sports.
Yeah.
Oh, it's rough, man. It's rough. So whenever I can, I
Get sports?
Yeah, it was rough last week with the national championship game and our show on at the same time.
What did you watch?
2 TVs going.
Yeah.
What do you watch, Martin?
I watch a lot of I love Broad City, another great New York show. Casual, I've been watching on Hulu, which is fantastic. And then, of course, the entire NBC lineup, which just lock your dial, 8 to 11. And then if you like the local news, and then
Yeah?
Also, The Bachelor.
Yes.
You watch The Bachelor?
Love The Bachelor.
What?
Love The Bachelor. And
We're both
this will surprise you. Ashley and I have a little wager.
No, we don't need to go into this.
No, we do. You brought it up.
You did bring it up.
You brought it up.
What's the wager?
First of all,
we both love The Bachelor. We're big fans of The Bachelor. And, Ashley just sent me a text and was like, who do you think's going to win tonight? And I was like, oh, well, Lauren B. all the way. In fact, it's in the show in episode 11.
I had no idea what I was saying.
The father's
I was like,
to the locker room, and she's like, oh, you're crazy. Lauren B. is going to go all the way. So if you just keep an ear out. And Ashley went with her heart, I think, and chose JoJo. And she was,
This is so ridiculous.
she was wrong. And then the loser had to go on Instagram and say, like, I'm wrong, and the other person has a better, deeper understanding of The Bachelor. Yeah, and then so a month later, he finally found some time to, and it was a real half-ass video, if you don't mind me saying.
well, you know what? I'm tired. I'm busy working on your show. So sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys, a lot of people love streaming things. You don't like to wait for the next episode. People don't like to wring their hands and count the days.
Yeah.
Do you think the fact that you guys don't do that, does that hurt you, or does it make like for more anticipation and you can't wait?
It goes back and forth. I mean, there are some shows that you absolutely like. You're so excited to just like, ooh, gosh, like let's sit down and watch all of House of Cards, day one. But I think there's room for both. I mean, certainly my viewing patterns are all over the place, and I know a lot of people kind of save us up too. We're available on the NBC site and Hulu, and so some people just kind of like wait for like 3 to be in there and then bang, have a blind spot night. So there's no right way to watch the show. That being said, the right way to watch the show is live every Monday night at 10.
All right.
Yeah.
Michael almost now. We got some questions right here. You got it?
Hi, I have a question for Sullivan and Martin. When you created the show, was it the character of Kurt Weller created for Sullivan Stapleton, or did you have anybody else in mind?
No, a lot of people, NBC was like, please play this role. And I said, no, I can't. I'm too busy. No, I think, what was terrifying is you write these things, and I still remember Peter Roth, who's the head of Warner Brothers Television, and he called me after we got the pilot pickup and was like, hey, congratulations. Now we just got to find all these people. And I was like, oh, no, now we have to find all these fictional people I've been making up in my head. But I think what's so amazing about all these guys and Sullivan, in particular, you don't have a lot of dudes that are, Sullivan's extraordinarily masculine. I don't know if you've noticed this, just being in his presence here tonight. He tries to play close to the vest, but he's also like amazingly vulnerable. And some of my favorite scenes this year have been between him and his father. They're just so emotional. And so to find someone that can like truly actually punch a guy out with a single shot and also be able to like really well up in those emotional scenes, it was an amazing thing to find him, and we're lucky to have him.
And that's so true. And I think it's been fun. That's sweet. It's been fun for the viewer too. I think seeing that side of you, seeing your family, it just showed more of you. Did you enjoy kind of showing that part?
That's that's the joy of the show for me. That it's not just a procedural drama. It's not just case after case, and we're not just being tough FBI agents. We actually explore each character's private life and sort of delve into what makes them tick, and how it affects them, how it affects the team, and that to me that's a godsend for an actor.
Yeah. Does your accent ever slip back and forth, or do you stay?
Yes.
When we first started, like during the pilot and like the first couple episodes, I panicked because I could not understand him. And I had so many days where he would say stuff and I was like, oh man, I have no idea what he just said, but I'm just going to nod. So I'd be like, yeah. But now I've noticed that like we translate.
Yeah, we'll be like, well, what Sullivan was actually saying.
All right, I think we have time for a couple more quick ones.
Hey, Rob, what's going on with Sarah now? You broke my heart when you told her you didn't love her.
Yes.
Are we going back?
What's going on?
It had to be done.
Oh, no.
You have to make difficult decisions when you love someone. I'm serious. Right? You know, it's this thing. It's difficult. Easy, Sullivan.
That was a mistake, Rob.
Yeah, it was.
Emotion.
It was.
It's that thing.
All right.
There's a lot more Sarah to come this season.
Yeah, I don't know. I
There
can't
is?
disclose
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, who else we got? Yeah. Right there.
What's the name of the show about?
What's the name of this show about?
Yeah, the show that you all work on? Yes.
Ooh, sassy. Sassy pants up there.
For us, I mean, obviously, Jane Doe has a huge blind spot in her memory. She doesn't remember a lot. But then on top of that, Kurt has an emotional blind spot for Jane. One of the things that's dangerous with... That's right, double meanings and shit. Learn your craft. What was great about this is a character who's like so laser focused on things, and the second she showed up, he stopped being able to think objectively about her, and it can get him into trouble.
Awesome. Well, I think we have time just for one more.
Who's got the best
Who's
question?
got the best question? Who hasn't asked? Okay, let's go, French. She says she does. I don't know.
A lot of pressure.
But no pressure. Good luck.
Okay. Hi, my name is Aubrey, and it's a pleasure to be here. I literally walked in and felt like you were all my friends.
Yeah.
Because that's how crazy I am about the show. But just to be a little bit of a smuck, can I have a hug?
Oh.
Wait, from who?
We're talking about how people walk up to you and...
Come on.
Come on. Come on now.
I'll show you how it's done. I may have lost my mic pack. I have a tail. Yes, but you got to put a leg into it because this is how weird it gets, okay? And then it's like, no, you're really going to be okay. Life is hard, but you know what? I think tattoos are beautiful.
All right. Awesome. Okay, you're right. You got your shoe?
And that happens too.
You guys, let's give a big round of applause for the cast of